The Pontifical Commission for the Protection of Minors and Vulnerable Persons presented last week the first, what is called, annual report on the situation of safeguarding in some countries and in a few religious congregations and one charitable agency. That was something that the Commission had been asked for by Pope Francis 2 years back. The so-called annual report that the Pontifical Commission for the Protection of Minors and Vulnerable Persons presented last week gives a picture of guidelines and safeguarding measures that are in place in about 20 countries. The report presents what the bishops' conferences from those countries had provided in terms of data, in terms of the measures that they have implemented. And plus, there are two religious congregations that are present and one charitable organization, Caritas. So what the Commission did is that they took what those institutions gave them, rearranged them, that what they had received in terms of material, and then comment on it in terms of formation needs to be strengthened, or victims assistance needs to be broader and more professional. So this is what the report presents as a reaction to the material that they have received. So what the report does is actually present one step further in a very long journey within the Catholic Church to be transparent about what is going on the ground in different parts of the world in terms of safeguarding. Now, we have to really be grateful for that step that wasn't there 2 years back. And it is one further commitment that the Church has taken. Of course, there are people who have been asking, where does that material come from? What is the quality of what the bishops' conferences, the congregations, and Caritas have presented? And most importantly, was there an attempt to verify from the Commission side that material that they had received from the bishops' conferences and so forth? I think by now almost all bishops' conferences and many religious congregations have guidelines, but this is only a first step, and the implementation depends very much on the local situation, which necessitates an independent view, not only the bishops presenting what they think they have done, but somebody who knows the situation on the ground, who knows the language, who knows the legal system, who knows the cultural components of responses to safeguarding measures, need to be asked whether what the bishops present corresponds to the real and factual picture. In terms of the report, as I said, this is a first step. There need to be more consistency in the verification, and the Commission has already announced that there need to be more reflection on the methodology. In terms of safeguarding in general, there is the continuous need that we, as a Catholic Church, grow in awareness and grow in commitment, that we reach out to victims, that we really try to listen to them, not only once and not only for listening to their rage or their sadness or their allegations, but also calling on them to help to make the church a safer place. Secondly, that we are consistent also in implementing the church norms and laws. There is a specific law for that. The name is Vos Estis Lux Mundi. And there is a huge question mark about how it is implemented and how it is really effective in dealing with people who have covered up abuse or have simply not applied what the church has obliged them to do. And thirdly, what the church needs to understand is this is not only an exercise by the church authority, by the hierarchy. This is something that calls on the sensitivity and the commitment of every Christian, every Catholic, and also in terms of not only working towards more safety in my environment, in my parish, in my school, but also in calling out when I see that something is not being done well. And we need to be more helpful so that people can speak out freely and are listened to, and that this becomes an effective way of making our church a safer place.